I cannot believe I'm saying this, but this is part 50. 50. 50. That would be 100. 50. You know what I mean? Hand signs of the you don't need that shits. Can you believe I've been doing this now for 50 fucking weeks? It's been a year. It's been nearly a year. Holy shit. And I wish I could do something super duper special like firework or, I don't know, kayaking with you. I can't. So you have to live with the fact that I have just shit saved here on Instagram. But actually it's a bit more than the past weeks because 50% of my saved posts are made by Mitchell. So let's start. Oh, and before I forget it, the lips are Charlotte Tilbury Icon Nude, Icon Baby, Icon Nude Lip Liner, and on top I'm wearing the MAC Viva Planet lipstick. Oh, beautiful matte. Beautiful, neutral, nudish color. Nude. Okay. Let's start with the products. I was actually tagged in this one. Clinique is coming out with a mascara version of Black Honey. And at this point, I'm questioning their sanity because we do not have to put the Black Honey sticker onto everything. I know that, you know, brown mascara and like anything more neutral than just being a black mascara is kind of common, but I personally think this is so fucking unnecessary. Nobody needs that. And honestly, this will look weird probably, although this Black Honey, you know, cherry cola thing is a thing. Not for me though. So I can imagine maybe it looks good on super pale people. But I think if you have slightly darker skin, this will look quite weird against your skin color. But prove me wrong. If you have this, you are dark skinned and you're like, Ella, you are the fuck wrong here on my eyes with that. They look stunning. Then I will not argue with you on that. But I just can't imagine that this might only look good with pale skin in the background. And as soon as you put on a real eye look, like something like this, I think it will look so weird with a brownish or this Black Honey mascara. I think more loud looks just look the best either with black mascara or when you use colorful mascara as accent shades. And aside from the color, I personally do not like the high impact mascara. I have tested my way through, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these because whenever you purchase at a certain store, you kind of get a Clinique sample size of this with it. I'm pretty sure I still have one of this in my backup drawer here. Last week we talked about all the weird sneak peeks that Made by Mitchell has done, and this week we have some answers. I just before I started filming this video watched a video from Made by Mitchell where he was saying there is even more than what I have saved, like a complete new foundation, primer, concealer, but that is TikTok shop exclusive. I don't know what is going on with this because the official release date of everything is actually today. So June 24th is the day where you can purchase most of these things. And so I'm filming this now on June 21st. I have no clue what exactly will be happening on Monday or today. I'm quite curious, but the products that we already know things about are, for example, these slip dews. These are balmy highlights. And honestly, I think these will be the better Patrick Ta ones. I don't know what it is. I saw some reviews already on the Patrick Ta new duo highlighters and they were very, very, very disappointing. So I said in that video where I talked about them that I might get these as soon as they land on Cult Beauty, but now I see this and I am 90% sure that I will skip on the Patrick Ta shit and just go with the Made by Mitchell ones. There is one here that looks like a clear balm. That is what I actually love, but I already have clear balm highlighters, so I don't know how much of a good addition this is going to be in my collection, especially since I try to slow down the purchases. But I'm also not sure if these 4 shades that we have here are the only shades that he is releasing, because what he's saying is achieve a rich wet glaze with a new conveniently compact translucent gel, revive flat falling makeup, or create an editorial gloss finish all with a dab of a finger. I love that. I absolutely love this idea. And oh, here it is. Oh no, it's only 4 shades. We have the shade Crystal Drip, Melted Bronze, Rose Bling, and Wet Peach. When I look at these shades here in these super weird digital swatches, or just swatched on top of a white, I'm pretty sure that Crystal Drip and Rose Bling would be the 2 that I'm the most interested in, but I want to see how the pictures look when they launch on today. So as of now, as I'm filming this, I think I will get at least one of these, because now when I look here at the Crystal Drip shade, I don't think it's just a translucent balm. It looks like there is tiny specks of glitter throughout, and that I love. What else do I love? I love the fact that Say is coming out with a new shade in their Glowy Super Gels. I have currently this one. This is the shade Star Glow, the lightest they had to this point. And this is my second bottle actually. I emptied a small one, or 2 small ones? No, 1 small one. Now I'm on 1 big bottle, and I already have another one in a backup because I love this as a glowy underpainting primer. I love them. And the new shade is called... what's it called? Does it say here? Rose Glow. So it's a pinkish undertone, which actually looks nice. Star Glow is more translucent, Sun Glow is very bronzy, and Rose Glow is more pinky. I think I could wear Star Glow and Rose Glow. I do have Star Glow at the moment, but I'm not in the market to buy a new one. Bellabeautébar is coming out with a new 20 pan magnetic eyeshadow palettes with 2 rows of neutrals and 2 rows of orange and pinks. What I find a bit confusing is that they say here this is inspired by the 2024 Pantone of the Year Peach Fuzz, and the only 2 shades that look like Peach Fuzz are the first 2 in the 3rd row. So I'm questioning your inspiration here, although honestly, I like that. I like that concept. Is it something I need and have to buy now? 100% not. But I like the concept actually. And I'm pretty sure they had swatches already, but I could be totally wrong. I kind of like this, honestly. I think that is very, very pretty. And if you are on the hunt for something like this, you will be quite happy with it. I'm pretty sure. There is a companion palette to this, so they bring out this 20 pan matte palette, and then there will be a Molten Metals chrome palette. I have from Bellabeautébar only 1 palette, and that is Smoky Glam. What a surprise, isn't it? It's a beautiful palette. I am a fan of the matte formulation. The shimmers are not so much my vibe. I think they could do better, but they are workable. But their Oracle Chrome highlighter palette... not that I have already enough highlighter palettes in chrome shades. No. It's my 4th edition. I do not regret it because honestly, if I not had to pick a certain highlighter for a look because of a certain vibe that I was going for a video, I went into that one because they are so pretty. So that matte palette here is the one that I skip. We do not have a inside look of the Molten Metal. Yeah, the Molten Metals. But they said on Instagram they had a bit of a delay with this palette, so that's why it hasn't been revealed yet. So let's stay tuned for that, and hopefully we can talk about the Molten Metals next week. But the matte one, as much as I like this concept, is not for me. But I see how this is very, very appealing to people, and they kind of meet the current times. You know, we are staying away from the clean girl bullshit. We are getting dirty again and we are getting loud again. And I love that. This palette is perfect if you wanna now destroy your fucking clean girl collection and finally add some life to it. To the bad sad beige. Was it bad or sad beige? I think it's called sad beige, but a bad beige is also cool. Next up in the Made by Mitchell category are the mini blush books. I will not say the real name because I think the name BLURSH is cringe. I hate that word. I said that already 1,000 times. So 4 new blush books, one very pink, one neutral peachy, one neutral rosy, and one loud bright orange and reds. I do have the OG blush book he brought out, I don't know, maybe 1 year ago. There is a second version of this, but I do have only this version and I really love it. I think this is a beautiful blush, and if he didn't change the formulation, let me show you a bit of this blush formula, because we have talked about the creams the whole time, but never about the powder shit. Let me just, you know, finger, pan, slightly swatch it. Finger, pan, slightly swatch it. Here it is. Do we have more on the other side? You know, finger, pan, slightly swatching it. Here it is. These blushes, I think the formulation fell in a pot of pigment and nobody called the ambulance, because they are so freaking intense that actually I sometimes think of using this, but then I skip using it because of the pigment, but I have to use it more. Maybe this is a potential next series, even though this is old. I don't think if this is available anymore. I hope it is, because I think this is the better book. But if you didn't want to invest in a big one with 12 blushes, because holy fuck, that's a lot, these minis, chef's kiss. Beautiful idea. I love that. Made by Mitchell. You are killing it. And I still don't get it why I'm not on your PR list. Tell me. Also from Made by Mitchell, we have the Modern Melts. And these are, as far from what I have seen, basically lip stains. You know, the old CoverGirl lip stains, or like back in the days where they looked like felt tips. And that is what Made by Mitchell is doing. These are the Modern Melts, a water-based weightless formula built on the innovation of the lip category. This fast-drying formula provides a seamless contour and blush to the lips, no matter what your desired shade. Beautiful idea. To me, I just know myself and my preference in lip products, nothing that I will pick up. But I love stuff like this, maybe to use as a more long-lasting lip line. I have to think about my decisions. Oh, and if it wasn't clear, from the mini blush books, I will not get one because I do have the big one. Another drop from Made by Mitchell, and this, as far as I've understood in his video, is exclusive to TikTok Shop, which I don't understand because internationals cannot shop at TikTok Shop. And honestly, even if it was available, I would not shop at TikTok Shop because I think this is just so cash grabby. But that's not the point here. We have a new concealer that looks like a thick paste that I would use to fill in holes on my wall. We have the Balm Concealer. Honestly, I don't understand really why we have the Truth Tint, the Balm Concealer, and the Pore Paste. And shortly after that, he is announcing a new line of foundation, concealer, and a primer. A bit confusing to me. I guess that he wants to like cover the light foundations, or like the tint category, and also the full coverage category, but it's a tad bit too quick at this point. Please let us breathe. The Balm Concealer is still one of my favorites. The Truth Tint I just used last week, I don't know, 2 times because I love it so much. The Pore Paste I'm finally done testing, and now I'm ready to film my full face of Made by Mitchell that you will actually see this week. So, I think it's a bit much here with Made by Mitchell. He definitely should calm down a bit. And if he comes out with a new case, I go fucking riot. I truly question why there is a smiley on the cap. But okay, this is the new Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer in the shade Major Flex, a shimmering multicolored gunmetal as a limited edition. You don't even have to place a bet. Just take that $10 and leave it in your pocket, because I will so fucking heavy get this. Do I have already 100 colors of these? Yes. But do I love the Fenty lip formulation in these gloss bombs? Also yes. And I was asked if this could be a dupe of the Izamaya Black Veil, and I do not have the new Fenty one, but out of my gut, I'd say no. Because Fenty one, I mean, it's also shimmery and shit and dark, but Fenty, it could be gunmetal, but honestly, this has much more of a reddish cherry cola tint. And when we just look at the pure metal color, let me just mix it here a bit. By the way, have you seen how much I used up of that metal color? It's insane. That is probably way, way, way too light. Maybe if I mix these two, I get that shade, so... Well, eventually I don't have it in my collection, so who am I to blame? By the way, should I apply this? And I want to apply this metal shade here because this is so pretty. So pretty. So, I don't want to discuss this any longer. I will get this. This is the Blendbunny Longing palette. Let me read that, what is written here under her posts. A warm cup of tea as you spill your heart, a cozy blanket, while you mend from a loss or heartbreak. Unrequited, requited? What's the right pronunciation? Feelings and missing pieces, days long gone by, and loved unrequited. I hope I said that right. I designed Longing as a single palette about 2 summers ago. Now that I think about this, I wanted a cool leaning neutral palette that was curated with cool brown, smoky grays, still blues, icy lavenders, and muted sages. As always, a neutral leaning palette with tons of unexpected fun tucked in. Each row has their blend trio with a shimmer that complements it as well. There are a couple duochromes and a multichrome that I cannot wait to show in action. They're unlike anything I've ever had. Honestly, I am really unsure about this release. My first thought when I saw this palette was, well, back away. Oh no, thank you. SOS, I'm opting out. The longer I see this palette, the longer I see looks coming together. But I also cannot put my finger on what this palette reminds me of. Somewhere in my collection, there is a palette that has the same vibe, but I cannot, for the sake of my life, put my... Oh, wait. I found it, guys. It's not 100% a dupe. Like, I'm not talking that I have this color story. I'm talking about the vibe that I have here. First of all, I think the vibe that she is here describing is very beautiful, but it's not very summery. I think this palette would have made a much better fall release, but this is Fox in a palette. I mean, am I crazy? There are shade differences, yes. Like when I just look at this third row here with these bright blues, yes, quite different. But the vibe, honestly, same here. Did I just talk myself out of this Blendbunny palette because I was, for sure, contemplating a purchase? The thing with this palette for me is that I see the vibe of it, and that is what makes me want to have it. It's not so much the color curation, it's the vibe. But honestly, I think the vibe I have in this one too. So as of now, today I'm filming this, Friday, June 21st. I say no, I will not get this. I also will not get this. Like, what the fuck, Rabanne? What have you smoked? This looks so cheap, so goopy, so awful. I cannot even put my finger on what exactly is throwing me off the most. The goopy swatches, the weird applicator, or the cheap packaging. This probably could be also 50-cent gloss from the dollar store. Ask you on Instagram what you think about this, and all of you think the same. So this is an easy skip. You should not buy this, not even for science. This is not worth the money. Bellabeautébar is also coming out with the Baked Blush cheek palette. I actually think this is quite nice. So you have 6 colors in here. We have a cool baby pink, a more intense corally red shade, something very brownish muted, then a like more true pink, a purple, and an oxblood color that's called red velvet. Honestly, this is actually more tempting than both of the eyeshadow palettes that are coming, even though I haven't seen the molten metals inside. Wow. It will launch at the beginning of July, and not gonna lie here, this one is a potential buy. Last but not least, we will finish this with Made by Mitchell again. And he is coming out with highlighting sticks, and I am very much confused because are these sticks truly all the Comet Case shades in a stick? Because that second shade here looks so glittery, so silvery. I am borderline sure that this is drip drip in a stick format. And if you never use drip drip, this is probably the most insulting highlight ever. I myself, and I love an intense highlight, cannot use this on my face. I use this actually as liquid eyeshadow on my eyes. And the second tube here looks like this. It does not look like the Ice Ice Baby shade, but I can already see Fairy Kitten here. So I'm very, very excited for this. If you didn't want to commit to the full case, you can now get probably all of them, but again, unsure with one of the shades, them in a single stick. And they will also launch today. And that is it. Honestly, I am quite impressed with these week's releases. I am not so happy about the fact that 50% is made by Mitchell, because he's just killing our bank accounts, although these products are the bomb. And again, I just want to praise to the gods. I want to call the makeup gods. Please give me a connection to the Made by Mitchell HQ, because I need to be on your PR list, let's be honest. Thanks to the cases Made by Mitchell has brought out, not only did I gain a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, I just discovered my love for these cream products that he's putting out. I love them. In my time zone, I already finished filming all the face application with the Comet case, and you will have the videos ahead of you, so make sure you see them. I also will have this week my review on the new tiny cases, the lighter than light, the deeper than deep, and the Comet case reviews. So make sure you are subscribed. Let me please know in the comments down below, what is your product of this week that you like the most, or are you more so like, they were all just mediocre, so thank you, I'm out. And if you don't have opinion on these at all, just comment hashtag Made by Mitchell needs to put Ella on his PR list, so please Made by Mitchell do it. And if anybody can then remember this hashtag, that would be fun to do. So make sure you're subscribed and all that shit, engaging, what it is. Thank you as always, and I'll see you in the next one.